Hi, Dave, and all of the Barstool Fund contributors. I just want to start by thanking you guys so much for the amazing things that you're doing to help small business across America. It really does my heart so good to see what you guys are doing and to thank you for the opportunity to share our story and to appeal to you for some help that we really need. My name is Lori Bryceland, and I am the Executive Director of Victory Hill Therapeutic Horsemanship. And we are an organization that provides equine assisted activities and therapies for adults and children with a broad range of special needs. And that includes veterans suffering from PTSD, at risk youth who are really suffering with a broad spectrum mental health crisis right now. And we do grief counseling, we do any sort of mental health support that someone in the community might need. And we also help the special needs population. Right now, we're just helping them to recover from the dramatic regression that they've seen because of the pandemic. You see, I lost my job because of COVID-19. I was the assistant executive director at a center with a similar program, and they could no longer sustain my salary. In March, when COVID first broke out, they made the difficult decision to eliminate my position. But I knew our population that we were serving, and I knew that the need was absolutely desperate, and this was the worst possible time for programs like ours to be cutting back. So I could not allow what I was witnessing to take place. So in a matter of weeks, my incredible board of directors came together. We got over 40 volunteers on board, and all of the paperwork we needed to be a New York State corporation and get up and running and providing these desperately needed services. So we do provide mental health support, cognitive development support to veterans, frontline healthcare workers, children and adults with special needs. One of our most important programs is called Horses for Heroes, and that services our veterans and first responders. We work tirelessly to combat against homelessness, joblessness, hunger, and all of the mental health crises that many of our veterans are facing these days. And we have a mission of bringing that suicide rate, which I'm sure you've heard of, that it's 22 a day, and we need to see that come down to zero. So we are doing all we can to bring that suicide rate down to zero. And we know that equine therapeutic activities are one very, very effective way of doing that. So we know and we believe in the effectiveness of our programs. We've seen lives change. We've actually had participants who came to us completely on the edge, and because of the therapy that they received at our program, have now completely turn their lives around. So we're seeing the incredible effects of the work that we do, and that just fuels us forward. I also have a special needs son myself, so firsthand I had a front row seat to seeing the heartbreaking regression happening with our special needs community because of the isolation of the quarantine and the loss of their life therapies. Most of these kids and adults have worked so hard, and their families have worked so hard for many, many years to help them make the progress that they were making in learning life skills, social skills, job skills, speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy. Well, when the world shut down, that all came to a screeching halt. And what we saw was heartbreaking regression, and parents just having heartaches and losing sleep and having to stay home from their jobs to take care of their children, and watching as much as our professionals tried their best with telehealth, it really was not working for our special needs population. They desperately needed live therapies. So again, we did everything we could to open our doors as quickly as possible. And we've seen tremendous growth and improvement in our special needs population that have been coming to us for therapeutic riding, vocational training, equine assisted learning. So our programs are really, really helping, and they're doing amazing things. We are at a crossroads right now. When we opened our doors, we secured enough funding for our first 6 months. By the end of March, we'll be at our 9-month mark. We will be at the bottom of the barrel with our funding. with the inability to hold large live events right now. That's traditionally what we would do. We would hold a large live event to get our funding, our annual funding for all of our programs. Not only do we not have the ability to do that right now, but our programs are growing so rapidly to meet the demand in our community that we are in desperate need of hiring more staff. We need more mental health professionals on staff. We need more instructors. We need more equine specialists in mental health and learning. Right now, I am the only instructor, and I am doing it all, and I am working tirelessly to get it all done. I have one very part-time bookkeeper, and I do have over 40 volunteers who do as much as they can to help with our daily programming, but we need more skilled and trained professionals. And in order to do that, we need the funding to be able to pay them. Unfortunately, they're not going to work for free. So we do need to, as quickly as possible, get the funding to hire more staff to be able to meet the need in our community. So I am appealing to the Stool Fund today for adequate funding so we can increase our staff and be able to keep up with the demand for equine-assisted activities and therapies in our community. So very important. We really are saving lives, and we need to keep our doors open, and we need to keep this work going, and we need to grow our organization so we can continue to meet the needs. So again, I thank you guys so much for everything that you are doing, and I encourage you, if you've never heard of equine-assisted activities and therapies before, check it out. It's incredibly effective, and we always say horses are magic, and I get to witness that magic and those miracles every day. And we have a lot more work to do, and we sure could use some help to get it all done. So I thank you so much for this opportunity. I really do hope I'll be hearing from you again, and keep carrying on. Thank you.